Hi. If you think I look a little different, it's because I do. I got a new ring light. I don't know if I love this angle. I'm going to have to, my other one is on the outs. And so I was looking for a new setup. Something that was like more compact I could use. Is that better? It does look very different, doesn't it? We'll see. We're just going to test drive this. I don't know if this is anything permanent or not. I feel like words are hard, and I keep forgetting that I got a lip flip the other day, upper and lower. So I just feel like my lips are like not a part of me any longer. My deodorant smells so freaking good. That's all I know. Hi, hello everyone. I'm late today because, well, I went back to sleep. I didn't wash my hair. I didn't do anything. I just went back to sleep. Then I started thinking about the hair wash schedule, and I was like, I should have washed my hair, because now this schedule doesn't line up with everything else. I know I look a little different today. I look like the sun is literally shining on my forehead. It's because I got a different ring light. Mine was on the outs and was like a dinosaur. It was huge. So I was like, That's good. I like it. I like that. We have a big week this week. Can't disclose everything with you. Not yet. Not yet. So we will talk more about things as they happen. Josh and Abram are going to an Atlanta Braves game. They leave tomorrow. I'll just say it. Josh and I are in a cold war. That's right. A cold war. I gotta wipe this underneath my chair. One day I'm gonna look underneath this chair and it's just gonna be layers of disgusting Vaseline and mascara. Yeah. Josh and Abram and a few other people are going to see the Atlanta Braves play tomorrow, and we are amidst a cold war, girls. You know, I feel like this is like a mugshot. I feel like I'm at the DMV and I've brought my own ring light. I mean, it's fine, I think. We'll see. We'll see as things progress in this video. I just put my eye patches on, so it's going to be a few minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay. A few things we need to talk about, okay? First thing is this girl on Instagram that no one knows who that freak she is. I've tried to send it to a few of my closest friends who know all the scoop about everything. Nobody knows who the freak she is, except for one person. One person knew her and messaged me and was like, "You're going to talk about this, right?" And I was like, I know, we haven't, have we? We were overdue, I guess. So we, what was I going to say? Anyways, I chatted about this in my DMs with a few people. I'm going to share it with you guys shortly. We will see who is the conspiracy theorists in the group and who is clinically sane. We'll do a little test. Are you saner than most people? And we'll see where you land, okay? I don't know anything about a lawyer in Dubai, but my family loves their chocolate, so I'm sure it's a great story. We are also gonna, we're having a core. We are right in the middle of one. We are also gonna talk about, Brittany Stapleton. We got to talk about that. I'll give a quick, for the 400th time, and then maybe every single person on this page will know what I'm talking about. I'll give a quick run through of who she is. Yeah, that's who we're talking about. And then we will get into the latest drama with her and another creator that honestly, I myself was like, oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. What did he do? Great question, Chris. Oh, this is a totally different sweatshirt than I showed you last week. The one from last week was a tunic, and now I gotta take these off because eye drops got underneath them. The one last week was a tunic. This one's less than 16 bucks. I linked it in the caption of this video, and it's just like a a lemon. It rhymes with snooba. Just like a lemon snooba. Exact same thing, actually. Look at it. I sized up, got a large because I didn't want it to be like the most cropped. But look, 16 bucks and it has thumb holes. I know. I can hardly believe it either. Everybody don't get too excited. All right, so thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. Let's do a little bit of primer on this face. Again, for those of you just joining, I got a new ring light. We're trying it out. We'll see what happens. Oh, I just got a text message. And I was going to be like, excuse me. Krista, that's why you're still here. That's why you're still around. Because obviously it's his fault. I love him dearly, but it's his fault. Okay, so today, let me see. What did our weekend look like? The weekend went by so quick. It was like Friday and then it was Monday morning. Oh, I haven't yet, Jennifer. That's a subject that I didn't realize was kind of polarizing. I didn't even know that. So let me see. What else? What else is exciting that's going on? I gotta wait for this to dry before I can put anything else. So we have a big week. You need to look into school faculty. Oh no. Oh no. Another one from the Gulf Shores. What is in the water down there for those people? You almost gotta wonder about it, you know? My eyes are so like damp underneath. I feel like I've been crying. Okay, so I haven't. Just to be clear, I have not been crying. Okay? And I say that with all sarcasm implied. Okay, so over the weekend, my Super Bowl happened this past weekend. I couldn't even enjoy it. So if you don't know, I am absolutely 100,000%. I was obsessed with pop culture. I know that's shocking because I sit here and talk about it all day, every day. But I was obsessed with pop culture. And so the VMAs were my Super Bowl. And I tried watching it for like 5 minutes last night. And I was like, who are these people? And what are they saying? And that was just really sad because I never saw myself being in that. I never saw myself in that position, you know? I was like, I always thought I'd love the VMAs, but no, horrible. 0 stars. I did not watch them. And I'm the worst mother ever because I made Abram go to bed before one of the games of the year. Last night was the football game of the year. Game 1, the game of the year. And he is so mad at me. And he's like, listen to this. Listen to this. And I'm like, oh, okay, what is it? And it's another freaking guy talking about... The guy's like, if you didn't watch last night's game, you missed the game of the year. There won't be another game like it. And I literally let him stay up until the 3rd quarter. So all that for nothing. Josh may be great. Yeah. And I do wear a bra. So, worst mother ever. If you're looking to get in line, it starts behind me. Worst mom ever. I was told that a few times this morning. How could you do that? I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, Miss Karen, that's awesome. All right, let's talk about a few things, okay? Here's the first thing. How's this lighting? Is it aggressive? It feels more realistic than what I had before, to be honest. Like it feels like we are actually sitting across from each other having coffee, and I feel like this might be a little bit more of what I look like, except it's flipped in real life. Like if you were sitting across from me, this is my left hand, this is my right hand, and so I feel like I'm uglier though when you flip things, like how you're supposed to. When you're filming how you're supposed to be, I feel like I'm a different person, like Quasimodo. I'm like, oh my God, has that eye always been that small? What's wrong with that lip? It's dropped down like I had a stroke or something. You could do another one. Yeah, worst mom ever. Okay, so anyways, let's go with some e.l.f. This is SPF. It's just really important, even if you don't think you're going outside every day. Plus, this gives you like a little glow, so that's a great... it's definitely different. Different good or different bad? I ordered your tank tops too. Oh, you did, Tina? You're going to love them. They're like, they're just like Skims. The control is amazing. Did y'all see there is a girl? All right, so there's a lady on TikTok, and her whole thing is she found this app, or excuse me, this website. Game on, Elizabeth. Saturday Go Doors. Which one of us will have bragging rights? How'd the past do? We won this weekend because we played that team that, like, it was our week to play. I don't know. I'm still learning about football, so all I can tell you is what I've been told. We played that team that you have to pay money to play. Like, you play a team that sucks so bad just so you have a win. That's the team that we played this past weekend. I'm sorry to any South Carolina State fans, but that's how it goes. Not bad. I just noticed when I joined. Yeah, you're at a different height. You're at a different light type. Everything's different. Okay, there was something though. What was I just getting ready to talk about? Because I've already forgotten. It's like, oh, thanks, Laura. I ordered the tank top sets. Oh, okay, so there's this girl on TikTok, right? And she found this app, and you can literally track anything that comes in from a port. And you can track who ordered it and what they ordered, and you can figure out their suppliers. So this lady figured out that Kim Kardashian was not, I know this is shocking, she was not manufacturing her own products. Crazy. She was getting them from, like, essentially an Alibaba company, which I'm sure on a larger scale, you know, I'm sure you can't just go on Alibaba and say, hey, can you make me one bodysuit? No, I don't think that's how it went. I think she outsourced this company in China, and like they also sell products on Alibaba or AliExpress. So you can meet up with these suppliers and they will make your stuff for you. And so this girl exposed it. She was like, this is who Kim Kardashian, these are Kim Kardashian's manufacturers. And there were like 3 in China, maybe 1 in Vietnam, and 1 somewhere like Switzerland or somewhere weird like that. So she exposed all these suppliers, and they were like, whoa. Easy there. And so Kim Kardashian has blocked her, which I found to be fascinating because that means you're on her radar. You can look up any company though. It's actually really cool. This is new. This is from CoverGirl. It was $10. This is the Prime and Refresh Nourishing Milk. I should have done this before I did my SPF, but I didn't. So I'm just going to give it a few minutes to dry down. And to be honest, I have no clue what it does. Oh, it primes. It nourishes, hydrates, and the look of skin for a plump complexion prior to makeup. And then instantly provides a boost of moisture throughout the day without ruining your makeup. So you can spray this throughout the day if your face feels dry or whatever. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a shot. It was $10 at CVS, so why not, you know? One of my favorite makeup people on TikTok was talking about it, and I was like, I gotta order this right now, because as soon as she talks about stuff, boom, it's gone. Which, she is young and she has a nice face, so a lot of her stuff doesn't always work out the way I hope for me. All right, anyways, so, yeah, this girl on TikTok exposed all of Kim, and that's when I was like, you know, I think I'm just gonna, I lost even a little bit more of the guilt I had for like buying cheap crap on the internet. I was like, I don't feel bad. At least I'm not getting ripped off because her name is on it. I know that's been around since like the beginning of time. Like, people pay extra for name brands and stuff, but that just kind of made me feel even better than I already felt. Also, I have to go in tomorrow for a little Botox touch up because we missed a spot. You want to see a really cool trick? Oh, thanks, Tina. You want to see a really cool trick? That eyebrow right there just goes straight to the sky. This one couldn't move it if I wanted to. This one over here, skyrocketing. Look at it. All right, so anyways, the name of the spray is Prime and Refresh Spray by CoverGirl. Nourishing Milk. Just type in CoverGirl Prime Refresh. You'll see it. It looks like this. Oh, I don't like the way that's making that look. Oh, do you guys want to see some things my new light can do? All right. Ooh, it's super chilly in here. That's cool. And this is the jaundice setting. And this is the setting when you are in stages of renal failure. So there you go. There we are. We're back. And then look, I can go down and I can go up. here I am. If you order stuff and don't like it, you can give it to your girls. Yes, that is a benefit. Like the other day, I ordered the same lipstick for the 3rd time. I don't know why I keep doing it. It's that nasty one that I keep putting on in my videos, and I'm like, here it is again. The one that tastes like play makeup. It's disgusting. And so I keep ordering it for some reason, and it came, and I was like, Ava, do you want this? And she was like, oh my gosh, yes. I was like, okay, cool. Sometimes I'll even say, here, I got this for you. Just between me and you girls. I'll say, look, hey, I got this for you. Actually, I got it for me, but she doesn't have to know that, like, she's the end goal, you know? So anyways, this is a little bit of e.l.f. Yeah, the jaundice setting. This is a little bit of the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. You should see my old ring light. I mean, we have put in some miles on that thing. I almost don't want to change it out. Tomorrow it'll probably be back, honestly, because I get a little, like, hoarder status, and I get a little, like, sentimental. Which one? So I don't order it. Oh, it's awful. It's Maybelline. You'll know it because your grandma wore the same lipstick. The color is just too metallic for me. This is it. Oh, it's L'Oreal. L'Oreal Caramel Latte $7.99. It has that smell. You know what I'm talking about? Like play makeup. It smells like play makeup. That's the only way I know how to describe it. It's like a waxy, like perfumey, floral, but is it camouflage and chemical kind of smell? All right, so anyways, other than the girl who exposed Kim Kardashian on TikTok, there is this girl on TikTok. I know it's becoming a whole personality. I know. Don't worry, I won't forget you guys when I'm a gazillionaire. There is a man and a woman on TikTok we've been talking about called the Gulf Coast Stapletons, okay? They were from the Gulf Coast. I don't know where. I don't think Florida, but maybe Florida. Like, I'd like to think it wasn't, but I think it was. I feel like, those are Alabama people. You know? Like, those people. Nah, they're Alabama people. Anyways, they are from the Gulf Shore. And, well, not originally. They moved there not long ago. And I followed them because I was like, oh, okay. Well, he is, honestly, I wasn't following it for him. But they looked like, sort of like Barbie and Ken if their parents were cousins. Like, they look a little aesthetically pleasing from far away. You know, like, are they related? You can't really tell. So you can tell some genes have mixed in the pool. They haven't, but that's just kind of the impression I got when I saw them first. So anyways, they are not good people. They're not good people. The husband did terrible things, and you can Google it yourself. You can look it up on TikTok yourself. You can read the police report if you want, because it's out there too. Oh, you are? Well, I'm sure you're nice, Tina. You seem really nice. So you're an exception. There's an exception to every rule. So the husband did terrible things. He got sentenced to jail. We can't understand why the wife would start a social media page in the middle of his trial and charges and conviction and all that stuff. But she did. We also can't understand why she would marry him, because he had these charges before they got married. But she did. She's made a whole lot of excuses for him, and she's just overall a crappy person, okay? Now, this is where you're going to remember that documentary we talked about last week with the mom. No. Tracy. Listen, Tracy brought this to my attention. We're talking about her. Just give me like 2 seconds, okay? Okay, so we're talking about the Gulf Coast Stapletons and Brittany Stapleton. So she's been getting like a lot of hate mail, which honestly, she won't take down her TikTok account. Like, they used to do cool things, like they would go. The reason I found them is because my dream in life is to take our boat to the Bahamas. Well, they did that. They passed over from Florida to the Bahamas, and I felt like they didn't have a big boat. And so it felt like relatable. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me follow this and see how they did it. And, you know, how long it took them and all the things. And so that's why I was following them. And also, I love the Gulf Coast of Florida, and I thought that's where they were. So anyways, the wife sucks. Okay, so the husband is sentenced to 5 years in federal prison for what he did. And is he in federal? He may not be in federal. Don't hold me to that. But he's sentenced to 5 years in prison, but then he has like 15 years of like hard probation. He struck a plea deal. That's weird. That's suspicious. I know what you're thinking. Maybe he struck a plea deal because he was innocent and it was better than putting it all on the line for 40 years in prison. I'm not buying it. I can look at this guy and tell you he's got more fetishes than like most people. You can just look at him and tell something ain't right. Again, maybe his parents were cousins. I don't know. But so he is in jail and she is fighting for him every day on the internet. She is literally fighting for him like her life depends on it. Like if it were me and I were in this situation, first of all, I wouldn't have married a man who was up against these charges. But if I did somehow find myself in a situation like this, I would be like, I don't know, I'm changing my name, I'm moving far away to another country, I'm deleting my viral TikTok account unless I'm gonna like make it like my new platform, like this is the terrible things that happened. No, that is not what she has chosen to do. She's using her platform to defend him, okay? So a lot of TikTokers have covered this. A lot of TikTokers have been like, hey, you know, leave it to Liz. I like that. So he goes to prison. She does this video where she basically debunks like any rumor. Like people are like, oh, maybe it wasn't his computer. She says it was his computer. Maybe his ex-wife set him up and put those terrible images on a computer so he would get in trouble, because I heard maybe he had a nasty divorce. He's never been married. Like she literally debunked. She's like, he's never been married and it was his computer. And how dare you guys say all these terrible things? But she never says like, oh, it was his computer, but it was this person's images. Like she never gives an excuse. She's just like, yeah, it was his computer. So what are we supposed to think? What are we supposed to think? You've literally like debunked every single rumor that was out there that literally gave him even a shred of innocence. So after she does that, she claims she is getting death threats. Now, their story has blown up on TikTok because no one knew he was up against these charges until after he was found guilty and sent to jail. And one person found his mugshot. I'm not even kidding. Their closest friends had children. The wife says they knew about his charges, but I don't believe that. I think someone would have leaked it far sooner. I think it was his family's dirty little secret. There's also this talk about when he was in Auburn that he put, was it Auburn? I think that maybe he had some peep and Tom charges from like back in the day, because he used to like to watch ladies in the tanning bed. Okay, so this is like the Mariana Trenches of mental disorder. Like clearly something is not right, okay? So anyways, so the wife is standing for her man. She is standing by her man in a way that I could never if something terrible happened. Like, I'm sorry, but no. So anyways, so she's like, oh, I'm getting death threats. Okay, well then the TikTok people find out about it. The TikTok like true crime people find out about it, and they help this go viral. They're like telling all about the story, and that's how I found out about it. I heard about it on a TikTok person that I follow told the story, and I was like, hold on, is that them? It was them. So this person I was watching is called Kyle on the Coast. Okay, and this is all going to make sense in a second. I promise I'm wrapping it up. Kyle on the Coast has been, they even talked about Kyle in the prison calls that have now been made public. Josh and Brittany both say terrible things about this lady. Like, oh, she's so fat. I don't know. She's like a normal sized person, but these two are so vain and like body conscious. They think she's a big girl. And, they're like talking, they're like, yeah, I'd love to see her. And like, I don't know, did they say run her over with their car? I don't think so, but they were like talking crap like that. You know what I mean? Like when you're really pissed off at somebody and you're like, I'd like to hit him with a Buick. Or maybe you guys are mentally stable and you don't do that, but I do. So they're talking crap. That's about the only thing we have in common. So they're talking crap about this girl on the internet who exposed basically like their story. Okay, she's the one that put it out there, and she's the one that's been fanning the fire like every week. Okay, so then that Kyle on the Coast, okay, she's a good guy. Remember, she's one of the good guys. She's on our team. She starts getting death threats. And even in one of the videos, okay, so this is a whole nother element to the story. Brittany, the wife, her dad is in jail for something terrible. So Kyle on the Coast is like, hey, did you guys know about her dad? So in a prison recorded phone call, Brittany is talking to her husband. She says, oh, and they decide to talk about Ricky. Ricky's in jail for like real charges. Not that Josh is not, but like Ricky is in there for violent crime. Like Ricky was like, I don't know, let's just say, like, I don't remember exactly what, but like armed robbery, attempted murder, like something like that. Ricky's in the hole for a long time, okay? Pretty Ricky. He is in jail or he's in prison. Kyle finds out about it and so Brittany clearly has a type, and like you start finding out the center of her sort of like, okay. Like it sort of starts making sense once you hear that. So anyways, so they start talking about Kyle. And she's like, well, if Kyle on the coast doesn't calm down, Ricky's going to hear about this. And she starts threatening this lady on jail phone calls to her husband, saying, wait till I tell Ricky about this lady, stuff like that. And so the lady Kyle starts getting really worried. And she's like still making videos, but she's like, what the heck? I'm being threatened, you know, on a jail phone call. So that's something that was like pending. Well, let me tell you what happens Friday. I think it was Friday. Friday, I opened my app, and guess what? Kyle on the coast, the girl who exposed them, did this funny, cutesy little TikTok with Brittany Stapleton at the lunch table. She met up with her, and she paid for her food, because that's the whole TikTok, is her like scanning her card. So now everyone's coming after Kyle. So that girl Kyle does a video, and she's like, wait, I have to explain myself and why I would meet up with the wife and very public defender of a S predator. Okay. So she does this video. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. I think she met up with her for the clout. Like, I think she met up with her because Brittany was willing to, and this lady thought, oh, the internet is going to love this. Well, the internet did not love this. They're trying to cancel this lady. Now everybody's pissed off. So this lady does a video, and she's like, hey, I just want to explain why we went to lunch, because I'm getting death threats and Brittany's getting death threats. And I know it's not Brittany, because I'll be talking. This is where it reminds me of the unknown caller thing. Brittany will be, which I think I got blocked because I commented that. Like, this feels a lot like the unknown caller documentary, but whatever. So she's like, I'll be talking to Brittany literally in real time, and I'll get one of the death threats from a separate number. Have we not learned anything? Have we not learned anything? So she thought it was Brittany. She meets up with Brittany because she's like, listen, my death threats are coming in at the same time you and I are talking, so I know it can't be you. Well, I know how technology works, and I know that doesn't rule anyone out. That doesn't, clearly it's this lady's first day with a cell phone, because she doesn't understand how any of this works. So she's like, Brittany and I have the same stalker. Oh, of course you do. It's Brittany. Duh. I could have told you that and saved you the $75 lunch bill. Of course you have the same stalker. It's her. Duh. So she met up with these people, and now the internet is ablaze. They want to cancel this lady. They're like, we've had enough of her. How dare she? And it's really not a good look at all. So that's what happened. Like, other people in the true crime community are like appalled. They are like, we cannot believe her actions. We are so sorry. She does not, exactly. She's running into the fire. And I honestly feel like people get so blinded. Exactly. You can schedule a text and so much more. Like, technology is out of this world right now. You can do literally anything you want from this tiny little rectangle we carry around all day long. You can give yourself 4 new phone numbers if you want them. Like, you could do so many things, and I feel like her dendrites aren't firing. To quote a former coworker, her dendrites aren't connected. So she meets up with this girl because she's like, well, we have the same stalker and this needs to be taken seriously. So they go on this lunch date and they film this cutesy little TikTok. I think she wanted the exclusive. I think she wanted to get with Brittany first because she thought the public would be like, okay, this is what we've wanted. We've wanted to hear from her. Instead, everybody else is like, girl, this is not what we wanted. We literally wanted her to go away. Like, we want her page taken down. We want her to ride off into the sunset. And like, we just don't want to worry about this anymore because she's too far gone. But she's like, oh, I think that's what she was thinking. I'm going to give the people what they want. I'm going to have lunch with Brittany, get an exclusive, and give it to the people of TikTok. And that's not what we want. not even a little bit. Now, I will say, I forgot to mention last week, Brittany Stapleton was a State Farm agent. She owned an office or whatever. So State Farm has taken their office back, which is pretty much the only good thing that's happened out of all this, is State Farm finally listened and took away, because it was shining a negative light onto the company, which, duh, of course it is, you know? So that's that. That's what happened there. And so the internet is in shambles about this. The internet cannot believe. Whenever I do this, I feel like that dog from the Never Ending Story. I don't remember his name, but like, just imagine these are my ears. Daddy and one of his friends. I know, exactly. And who better? Just like we saw in that mom documentary, no one ever thought it was the mom because she was so close to the center of the situation. Well, a few smart people did, but like the average people never suspected the mom because she's so close. And how absurd would that be, you know? So maybe it's Ricky and his friends and on their jail tablets or something, you know? But they say Ricky has connections on the outside. So I got nothing to say about Ricky. It seems nice. Ricky seems like a great time. So anyways, yeah, can you believe that? Can you believe that? So not knowing anything about anything, that's crazy, right? That was a story that really enriched your life, don't you think? Liz Doyle, beauty and life enrichment. It's got a nice ring to it. So that's the story with that. That's what happened on the weekend, over the weekend on the internet, that has nothing to do with any of us people. So now you know. Now you know if you hear someone bring it up, which chances are I'll be the only person you ever hear bring it up. But if it does come up again, you'll know, like, oh, you'll be able to participate in that conversation. Hey, Miss Lisa. All right, let's talk next about this situation in Utah. Now, y'all know how I feel about Utah. It ain't Utah. It ain't Metah. It's Utah. Good morning. Well, good. I'm glad you're here. So it ain't Metah. It's Utah. You can have Utah. It's a beautiful place. I've seen pictures. I've been there. I love the Mormon community with all my heart. The normal ones, not the crazy ones. And I thought they were going to be my people. It turns out they tried to kill me. So I will never go back to Salt Lake City ever again. And it's not for me. It's not for me. One day I'll heal and I'll go back. It'll be like an Oprah special. Like, Liz returns to Utah. I can see it now. And then my face swells up again. I almost die again. So, my head is overflowing with useless. I know, same. That's why I'm on here sharing it with y'all. Wait till I tell you about mistletoe. Wait till I blow your head off your shoulders about mistletoe. That will be the holiday edition of stuff you know. All right. So, anyways, if Miss Sandy, perfect timing. So, there is a girl in Utah. Okay, so I need y'all to stay with me for this story because I've got to take you down a road to bring you back to where we are, okay? So do y'all watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Just raise your hand, send a smiley face or a laughing face or whatever. Just let me know in the comments. Because this is where that story starts. Okay, do you know, I feel like you only have to watch the show to know Taylor Frankie Paul. She's one of the mom talks. These moms all got together. They were all beautiful and perfect, and they made TikToks together. Turns out these pure little LDS angels were swinging. Okay, they were swinging with each other's husbands. So like one of the moms exposes it. She's like, oh yeah, well I've been dry humping her husband and she knows it. So this one mom comes out petty. Ooh, she was petty. And she's like, guess what? I've been bumping and grinding. Hey, Banana White, I'm so glad you got here right when I said dry humping. Anyways, very dewy, like an angel. So, hey, Banana White. So anyways, this mom, Taylor, we're just talking gossip. This mom, Taylor Frankie Paul, comes in and she's like, hey, guess what? I have been with your husbands. And they're like, yeah, we know, but we don't want everyone knowing. And she's like, all right, too late. I used to do Instagram live about it. It went like worldwide to the point where that's how the show got started. Okay. Fascinating group of girls. Could be a case study because somehow they don't look alike, but they all look alike. It's weird. It's a weird situation. And the amount of like strange things that sort of like have vined off of this. So one of the accused couples is Sam and Camille Mundy. Okay. This is where we're getting to the conspiracy theory lady. Okay. So Sam and Camille Mundy, he has a former wife named Brittany. Okay. Brittany defended them when all this drama came down. And I found her on Instagram because I really liked her page. And I thought she was sarcastic. And oh, good. Banana White, you're one of us. Perfect. Pull up a chair. So this is going to blow your mind. So Sam and Camille from one of the original episodes, apparently they have more money than they know what to do with. Their family does. And no one will touch them with a 10-foot pole with accusations. So they have sort of gotten out like a little like scot-free of this whole situation. Okay. So I follow Brittany, and Brittany sometimes is like really funny and dry, and sometimes she's like, yeah, burn your bras. She has very, she'll take like a polarizing topic and she'll have very staunch opinions on it. Like very like, anti-government, like feminist. She has these opinions and she sticks to them. She's very opinionated. Like her opinion is the only one that matters. So I thought it was interesting all this time to follow her, and she would like show stuff on her page. She's like, oh my gosh, did you guys know? I'll never forget. She was like, oh my gosh, did you guys know there was a hurricane in North Carolina last year when Hurricane Helene like wiped Chimney Rock off the map? And she was sort of exposing it to people in Utah because they knew nothing about it. Like nobody saw it on the internet. These people had no cell phone service to post on TikTok. Like no one knew anything about it. And she talked about it. So I messaged her and told her a little bit about what I had heard from some of you that were in it firsthand experiencing it. So I thought she was cool. Okay. Then that drone thing started. Do y'all remember the drone thing? Last year, remember the drones were popping up, and we're not going to get too into this. This is just a piece of the puzzle. We're not going to hang on to drones very long because it's boring to me. I don't care. So the drone thing started happening last year. Okay. Brittany jumps on it. And I noticed around the same time that she jumped on this, she started getting a little conspiracy theorist. Like she started getting a little dipping her toe into the conspiracy theory thing. Sticking her toe into the conspiracy theory pool. I remember trying to avoid it by going to Disney. God, I love it there. And so she is talking now about things that she's some of her content, I'm not gonna lie, as someone who is not a conspiracy theorist, because I would rather give that energy to like pop culture and gossip. Get it. Sorry, someone just tried to call. I don't really understand it. I don't, you know, 9/11 was a terrible tragedy, and I can barely wrap my head around that. The last thing I need to wrap my head around is the fact that may have been involved. Like, let's just leave me on the outskirts of some of these things. Ignorance is bliss. It goes back to my whole ignorance is bliss theory. But she'll talk on all of it. She's like, oh my gosh. So I haven't heard from her in a while. Like, she became a nurse practitioner. She graduated from nurse practitioner school, and she started doing GLP-1, which is like Ozempic, Mounjaro, stuff like that. She started prescribing that to people and like put her whole heart into like believing this is, I think so too. I do agree with her here. I do think it's like a miracle drug for most people. It has showed signs of like reversing heart failure, kidney failure, bringing people, you know, helping PCOS, autoimmune diseases. Like, sure, there are a few terrible side effects, but the good has outweighed the bad, in my opinion. It has shown, it's reduced some levels of, like, I don't know, somehow it's helping people like with dementia or something. I don't know. Everybody's gonna be super thin. That's all I know. So, I found that part to be interesting. Like when she would post the studies and like the stuff, I'm absolutely obsessed with all things Ozempic, and I have been since the very first time I heard about it. Like, I'm really fascinated, and I think this could be a miracle drug if they would give more people access to it. So anyways, but I'm not a doctor. This is not Liz Doyle Beauty and PhD, so talk to your doctors. Anyways, So she graduated her, and she's always sort of been like a little bit like she'll talk about it. You know what I mean? Like whatever's going on, she'll speak on it. She doesn't care. Like when that whole Mormon housewife thing was going on, she was like, yeah, she would give her opinion on the girls and all the things. But she always thought she was like better than them. She was like, yeah, I'm like better than them. I guess they offered her a spot on the show and she turned it down. She does have a little bit of like, I'm better than you kind of attitude. Not the most humble follow, I don't think, but she does seem nice, so it's fine. So anyways, she gets on the internet for Saturday night, and my friend Tracy sent it to me because she could see I followed her too, I guess. So Tracy sends me this reel she's posted on Instagram. All right, I just got to tell you, her name on Instagram is Brittany Wheelwright. Wheelwright, W-R-I-G-H-T, okay? She's gone back to her maiden name. Yes, there are dangers as well, so don't listen to me. Make sure you talk to your doctor. Brittany Wheelwright, okay? And she's like, hello, this is Brittany Wheelwright. It's a dark video, and she's in the video, but it's dark. You can't see her. She's like, we have had to seek refuge or something like that, like something super dramatic at my parents' house because here's what happened to us. She is claiming that she has been a victim of electromagnetic weaponry. I don't even think that's the right thing to call it. Like, that's how dumb I am. My brain can't even grasp this concept. She says that the government has weapons that they can deploy that will attack your brain. And people will think you're crazy for talking about it. So I don't know. I've never been a victim. I know nothing about the government, probably is why I would be the last person to be. I don't even know how the government works. Like every time I hear about the government, I'm like, oh, wow, we can do that. That's crazy. I don't know. It's like my first time here in America. I don't know. Like there are probably foreign people who know more about the three branches of I do know there's three branches of the government, I think. There are probably foreign people who are in other countries that know more about how our government works than me. I know I don't even know the presidents. I can tell you the first one was and the current one is. Like after that, I got nothing. I got nothing. No government econ knowledge, not even a little bit. So, but at least I'm honest. I don't pretend, I never had to learn the presidents in order growing up. I don't know how. I just missed that step somewhere. And I think about that a lot. I'm like, did I miss a day where they all learned the presidents and I didn't? Because I feel like, you know what other day I missed? The one where you learn how many days are in each month. I guess I was sleeping that day. And she's right. See my comment above. I don't see your comment. Oh boy, I don't see your comment. IDK. Okay, so she said, all right, Kim, this is where we're going to see the house divided, okay? She says, we had to escape a hotel we were staying in because the government was sending electromagnetic waves into our brains. Her and her children. And the crazy part is you can hear her kids in the background saying, oh yeah, it felt like I was hungry, like the feeling when you're hungry in your chest. And Brittany's like, I just felt like my cognitive thinking was being attacked. I can't explain it. It's just a way to make people look crazy and discredit them. I don't, and again, I should have done more research because I still have no clue what she's talking about, even to explain it to you guys. Something about Havana, she was telling people in the comments, like, look up the Havana something or another. So someone commented the exact same thing I was thinking. Someone commented and said, could it be carbon monoxide poisoning? That's what I thought. I thought, well, this seems like a classic carbon monoxide situation. She said no, because when we immediately removed ourselves from the situation and came to my parents' house, we were fine with no medical intervention. If it had been carbon monoxide, there would have been medical intervention that was needed. Yeah, she said the government is microwaving her brain and that she'll hear a sound, her body will start vibrating, and she can't explain it. I've listened to these videos like 3 times, but I cannot comprehend what she's trying to say. I don't understand it. That's how far outside of this realm I am. So she's like, the government's trying to microwave my brain. And the reason I'm coming public with this is so they'll turn off the microwave to my brain. She said it better than I did. I'm just paraphrasing. Yeah, so that was something crazy. And then her kids are in the background. That part broke my heart, because if the kids' brains are not being microwaved, I feel this is a classic. Like, they are scared because their mom is scared. I feel like I've experienced that before. Like, kids feed off of your energy, especially as a mom. So if you are scared, your kids are scared, and they will feel like they're going to throw up. They will feel things in their chest. They will feel like anxiety, like fight or flight, adrenaline type of responses. If you're saying, oh my God, do you feel that in your brain? The government's trying to microwave our brain. It does seem like a psychosis. That allegedly, that's what people are saying. I don't want to put too heavy on one way or the other, but people are saying it sounds like she is in psychosis. But she says a few times, I am in my right mind. So she's got to be in her right mind, right? Because what crazy person is going to say, I'm crazy, I've lost it, and the government's microwaving my brain? And so she believes that all these people that have always said crazy things, that maybe they're not in psychosis, maybe they just don't know what you know. So she claims to have all this information on the government, which is strange. That's another topic we need to touch on. Who is telling Mormon nurse practitioners in Utah, former Mormon, who's telling her pertinent government information? I just wonder. Is she referring to the drone thing that happened last year? Because it's been like a year since that happened. She's denying everything. She's like, look, my cheeks turn red when it's happening. And so that was Saturday night. I wake up Sunday morning, I see those videos. I'm like, what in God's name? So then Sunday night, I wake up this morning, Tracy has sent me another video. She's saying it all over again. She's saying the same stuff all over again. She's saying, I had to come back to a hotel. This time she does not appear to have her children with her. She's like, I had to come back to a hotel and I asked for a specific room because the government is microwaving my brain. They're trying to make me look crazy. If I go unconscious, if I die and they say it was an overdose, just know the government microwaved my brain. And I was like, this is deep. This is real deep. And part of me is like, I feel like it's a Jason Bourne movie. I'm split 50-50. Well, actually, no. For my sanity, I do want to say it's more like a 75-25 split. Like 75% of me is like, oh no, oh dear. And then the 25% is like, but maybe. Crazier things have happened. And so she goes on to even say like, yeah, the government has done crazy things. That's what she said too. Kim, that's exactly what she said. I wish I knew history right about now. I wish I knew a little bit more about things that happened, but I don't, because you're dealing with a dummy here. So she is hiding out in a hotel in Utah and believes that the government is microwaving her brain. So it's just really interesting. Whether the government's really microwaving her brain or not is up to you guys. My friend's brother is saying similar things, and he only feels safe in jail because of the thick walls and the waves can't get. However, that is where he is on his medication. Oh, okay. I think she's drinking too many cut waters. Not to sound crazy right now, but your video is glitching. They've gotten to us. The government is here. They've come after the dumbest person in all of civilization. It's because I know the secrets. Everybody get down. The government's here. If the government starts microwaving my brain, honestly, it probably won't take much to put me out. I don't have much will or desire to fight too strong. So I don't know. It won't take much to get rid of whatever it is they think I know. I don't know anything. Just to be clear, if the government is watching, I know 0 things. I can't even tell you what the Constitution is. I don't know. I got nothing. I don't have a dog in the fight. I still don't understand what the Senate and the Congress are. So just, sweep right past me. I'm not a threat to democracy at all. So she says she knows stuff, and I just can't imagine what a nurse practitioner. And then she says she's part of a bigger story, that this is part of a bigger, that she's part of a bigger group. So a few people have speculated on the Reddit, maybe she's gotten involved with a cult. But this is someone who very openly, very clearly denounced Mormonism as what she felt like a bad thing. She feels like Mormonism is like a bad thing, which I don't. I think they're sweet baby angels. These are her words, not mine. But she like publicly was like, yes, I married a Mormon. I was raised Mormon. I am no longer Mormon nor affiliated with the LDS church because these, I don't believe it's good. And so those are her words, not mine. And so then I was thinking, yeah, most people who have, okay, well, that's what I keep waiting for. Even my friend Tracy said that. She said, she sent me a picture of the guy from Signs. Remember that movie? And he's sitting in the living room with the kids, and they both have tinfoil hats on. All three of them had tinfoil hats on. It was like really funny. And so my friend Tracy sent that. And so I wouldn't doubt that she's going to strap on a tinfoil hat. I mean, it's cheaper than going to a hotel every time you feel like they're microwaving you. So I don't really understand. That's just one thing I don't understand. And I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about it because I don't know who else to talk to about it. Like it's so specific and such weird content that I don't really think I think my true friends would put me in a tinfoil hat if I started telling them this story. Like, I mean, like real life friends, like that's how uninterested they are in the things I have to say. They'd be like, okay, come on, it's time to go to bed. Okay, grandma. Get into bed. So I found that to be super interesting. She is, my eye is watering and burning. I will tell you one thing real quick. I keep using it because I like the color. This Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer Healthy Skin is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I do feel like it's helped my under eyes. I feel like it's got a lot of great ingredients in it. But if you get it in your eye, it feels like a hot poker is going straight into your... It's my brain being microwaved through my eye, isn't it? Son of a gun. I had to say it out loud to understand that I'm now also being targeted. This is it, isn't it? This is not the concealer at all. It feels like soap. It's like burning. So anyways, let me know if you have the same symptoms today after watching this video. If she went away to her parents' house, why didn't she stay there? That's exactly what it is. I don't know. She didn't stay there because maybe she didn't feel she had adequate protection. Maybe she felt like she needed to get away from her kids, and she left her kids at her parents' house. I just think God love her. If she's, well, you always think about like, I feel like it happens more in the South, or maybe it's just because I'm from the South. I don't know, but you just think like, remember that documentary I told some of y'all to watch, and I never even watched it because a few of you guys watched it before I did, and you got back to me and you're like, hey, don't tell people to watch that. That was a weird watch. But it's the one where the guy thinks he's Elvis. He thinks he's Elvis, and something else happens. It's like a weird twisted family, and like something else weird happened. And I don't remember what it was called, but it supposedly was like all, and these people were experiencing like a psychosis type of thing. It sort of reminds me of that. But yeah, so, the reason it reminds me of that is because like, then there is like a tiny little voice in the back of my brain that says, what if he is Elvis? Like, I know he's not Elvis, but like, there's a tiny voice in the back of my head that says, maybe her brain is being microwaved. And then I think about other crazy people, and I'm like, maybe those people were not crazy. There is a part of my brain that doesn't completely rule it out, because you have to remember, I don't feel strongly really about anything in life. So my back door in my brain is always open to like, well, it could happen, crazier things have happened. It could happen. And then, so yeah, that is something that I found to be very interesting this weekend. I feel for her. I feel sorry for her no matter what she's experiencing, whether it is a psychosis or whether it's truly happening. I hope she's okay. I hope her kids are okay. I hope everything works out. It's a wild place to be in. She said that she had to come out publicly, and she's also been very logical about that. Like, she posted an Instagram story this morning and was like, I get it. You guys think I'm crazy. Just please hang in there and don't give up on me yet. I'm not crazy. And it's like, I feel like that's what crazy people say. Hey, I'm not crazy. Like, I've never seen a crazy person waving their flag saying, I've lost my mind, you know. Most of the time they're like, I'm not crazy. It's the hat man, you know. So we'll see how it plays out. That's just something that has nothing to do with anything that I wanted to run by you guys because I find it to be very interesting. And it consumed a lot of my weekend, if we're just being honest. I don't feel too strongly either way. Well, I do feel, it's hard for me to wrap my brain around that. So I guess I do feel strongly that, I wonder how many big pharma companies make a profit off of conspiracy theories that are actually true. That is interesting as well. I have a legitimate fear of just going cuckoo and ended up at a bus stop just talking to air with my husband being a cop. I asked him how many people end up like that. He assures me I have nothing to worry about. I think a lot of these psychosis situations are drug induced. She does not strike me as a drug user, so I don't think that's what this situation is, although there are people already on the internet like saying that. I don't think that's the case. Maybe she's really going through something. I don't know. I saw it and I was like, I gotta find somebody to talk to about this. And thankfully, I know some people. So that was just a weird thing that happened this weekend. Isn't that strange? But then it got me thinking, like, are we just passing out government secrets? I'd like one. I wouldn't keep it a secret, but I'd just like to get my hands on one, you know? Just a little tiny government secret. Just something really tiny. And then tell you guys about it. Part of me feels a little left out. Part of me does feel a little left out. But I wonder what's happening behind the scenes. I wonder if her parents are supportive and they're like, oh my gosh, we believe you. Or I wonder if they're secretly like, we got to figure something out here quick. I just wonder if like the ex-husband stepped in and got the kids for the week or something, like, hey, let me just take them off your hands, you know? But the only thing that's kind of crazy, the only reason I would believe is drug theory. She said they would cover it up as a drug overdose. Oh. All right. So, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. This thing is blinding. I feel like I'm looking into the face of the sun and the moon at the same time. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens after this. She said that she's going to continue going public with this because every time she posts about it, they turn off the microwave to her brain. Yep. She did say like, oh, I would like everyone to see my pupils. And I didn't really understand that. I didn't understand the point she was trying to make with that. She was like, I would like everyone to see my pupils. Were they dilated or were they not dilated? I don't remember. But she was like, look at my pupils. And I was like, I'm looking, girl. What am I looking for? And then it just went right over my head. We're talking about this girl on Instagram. Her name is Brittany Wheelwright. Oh, happy birthday to Aubrey. I can't believe 21 years old. Time flies, doesn't it? So that's just something I found to be intriguing over the weekend. I don't. Her name is Brittany Wheelwright. She is on Instagram. You can go look at her page if you want to see it. Very little of this has been my own opinion. Well, I'm lying. A lot of this has been my own opinion because that's how I tell stories, very strong on the opinion. So if you want to go watch the videos on her page, you can. She says that she knows things about the government and they are trying to make her look crazy and discredit her. She doesn't explain. She says more will come out later. Now, there is a group of people on the internet that believe she has become part of a cult because she says, I am only a piece of a bigger group of people. But she seems like very, I don't know what I thought a cult member would look like, but it wasn't that. Like, she seems very like normal, like, that's the part that's blown my mind, I think, is that I have thought she's very normal. And, you know, now I'm like, is it? Isn't it? Like, and then I'll always think about this because it's been like, I'll always be like, well, wait, you know, like if they decide to like commit her or something, like then I thought, well, wait, would they do that to help silence her? I don't know. I'm sitting on the fence. I'm on that 75-25 fence. Like 75% of the time, I'm like, I don't know, it's probably something different. And then 25% of the time, I'm like, maybe she's on to something. I'm open to other people's thoughts. Oh dear. So I watched the Chris's last night. I've been about to burst over Savannah's murder attitude. I haven't watched it yet. I would love to. I would really love to watch it and see what it's like. So don't tell me too much. All right, let's do some eyebrows. So that's that. You can go do your own investigation over on Instagram on her page. She's got everything very public. You better go quick though, because everything is still up. I don't know if she'll get to a point where she's like, oh, I had to delete everything, or if things get deleted and she gets thrown in a home for people who can't think straight. I don't know what's going to happen. I just know. Do y'all see this scar right here? I don't know that I've ever told you about this scar. Right there. It's like a lump on my head. I got a brush and I thought you were saying slick back. I got my brush and blush stick like you this week. Oh, you're going to love it. Have you used it yet? You're going to love it. So, okay, let me take you down a little road here. Okay. I'm not a runner. I've never been a runner. Nothing good happens when you're a runner, I don't think. I see people get kidnapped all the time. Guess what they were doing? Running. I go out there, I have this really crazy allergic reaction. I start sweating. I turn red. I get tired and out of breath. So I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Running has always been like at the very bottom of things I'm interested in. Like could not be further. If I ever get on here and I say, all right, guys, I've decided to be a runner. That's when you need to call the authorities. It will not be me saying someone microwaved my brain. It'll be me saying, guess what? I'm a runner now. And I'm headed to the gym. That's when you'll know something's wrong. Her name is Brittany Wheelwright. It's BritneyWheelwright. Brittany Wheelwright. That was like a spelling bee. I think I was watching Hulu. I'll shoot it over to you. Okay, so when I was in 4th grade, I joined the running club after school because my friends did. Because my friends said it was cool. Hey, Jen, good morning. And what we were going to do is we were going to go as a group and we were going to run the Cooper River Bridge Run. So for somebody who's not from South Carolina, that is the bridge in Charleston that you see all the time. It's pretty much the only bridge. There are thousands of bridges in Charleston alone, but that's the one that's like, oh, that's the Charleston Bridge. And it goes over the Cooper River, connecting you from Mount Pleasant to downtown. I was going to run that. Okay, it sounds like just a jolly little bridge run. It's not. It's like, I want to say it's like 8 miles or something. I don't know what I was thinking. But I would go to bridge running club after school. And I was just doing it because my friends were doing it. Again, easily influenced. I'll do anything for a social event. And so, except for a run. We can count that off the list because been there, done that. So I'm at bridge run practice and I was running with these girls, Maggie, Parker, and her sister. And her sister said something smart to this boy. Well, he picks up a rock and throws it at her. And he's a baseball player, so honestly, he should have had better aim. He throws this rock at her. Boom. I duck, and it hits me right freaking here. And immediately, I'm pouring blood. And everybody's like, are you okay? Okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm seeing stars. I can't see straight. 4th grade Liz, 9 years old. I don't know where I am for a second, but I was like trying to be cool. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I felt something wet on my face, and I was like, oh dear, you're not fine. Like I could still feel it hitting my head right now. So anyways, this little a-hole throws a rock at my head, and I had to go to the hospital. I never had to get stitches or anything. He had to write me an apology letter. I didn't think that was enough. He had to write me an apology letter. Ian, I can't remember his last name, but what a jerk. And that was the end of me exercising. That's how that story ends. So I've got this beautiful scar. And I just remember the emergency room doctor saying, now you'll never be a model. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? He was like, oh, no, you'll never be a model with a something like, and I was like, sir, what do you mean? So anyways, yeah, that was the day I thought my modeling career that I never had ended. I was like, oh my God, he just said, I was like a very delusional child, I guess. I was like, oh my gosh, he just said, I'll never be a model. So for years, I was like, yeah, I can't be a model. I got this scar on my forehead. Not the fact that you're not 6'5", not the fact that you've never tried, not the fact that you can't walk in high heels. It was literally just, oh, you've got this scar on your forehead. Now you'll never be a model. So anyways, that's the time I got hit in the head with a rock. And that sucker hurts when she Botoxes it. That right there, you can hear it crunch. It's awful. I know, I thought the same thing. So anyways, that's today. That's this week. That's really all I have to discuss. I think that's all the exciting things that have happened to us. You can look for Abram on TV tomorrow night if you want to. You can watch the Braves game. I'm sure they'll have good seats. I'd love to ask Josh where, but again, Cold War, so I'm not doing it. But I'm sure they'll have a great time. And, yeah. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. Something's going wrong. Something's going wrong with these eyebrows today. I don't quite know what it is, but something's going wrong. So just stick with me for a second while I make it 10 times worse. All right, that'll be good enough. So what do you guys have planned this week? Does anybody have anything exciting going on? Anyone have anything they're excited about? I just wish I had a little bit of something to be excited about this week. It's going to be a boring one. I really, really, really wanted to go to Disney World, but because Josh is now taking Abram to this game, I don't think he needs to miss any more days because he's doing so good in school. Abram is doing so good. He is killing it. And I felt really bad because another mom reached out to me and she was like, hey, is Abram really struggling in this class? And I was like, I mean, a little bit. He had a 96. He has a 96 in that class. I was like, I mean, maybe a little bit. He's not. I don't know why I felt the need to agree with her, though. But he's doing so good in school, so I don't want him to miss any other days ever. If you want to see my family on TV, look up the show See No Evil Cul-de-sac episode. My head. Stop! Okay, hold on. Okay, I screenshotted it so I can go look. That's exciting, Amy. And I just got my Botox for my migraine today and my flu shot. We leave for camping for 9 days, then home for 2, then girls trip to Cleveland for several days. Yes, I remember that. That's going to be awesome. You're going to have so much fun. I'm glad y'all have something to live for. I mean, like every day is something to live for, but you know what I mean. Like an exciting trip just makes everything better. I'm looking for this tiny little eyeshadow. Oh, here it is. It's so little, it gets lost. It's so little, so inexpensive. This is the e.l.f. palette, I Love You a Latte. Highly recommend you give this a shot. Put this on your list. It's real cool. I have to tell you guys the funniest story. Josh was almost talked about yesterday in church, I think. I think they almost talked about Josh, but they didn't. I got the best story to tell you guys. Okay, so remember last week I told you Josh was buying Powerball tickets and he turns around to apologize to the people waiting in line behind him because it's taken a lot longer than he thought. I don't even know if he wants me telling you guys that he bought Powerball tickets, but anyways, he bought Powerball tickets and he turns around to apologize to people for waiting in line, and one of the pastors from our church is directly behind him in line. He talked about it in church. Not Josh specifically, but he talked about the lines at the gas station because of the Powerball. We're in this freaking Cold War. We couldn't even laugh about it together. But I was like, oh, that's good. That's good. If he had come up there and preached a sermon about the man that was holding up the line at the gas station, I would have died. That would have been my redemption. Like, no revenge because you got preached about today. So why don't you get it together, you know? But oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard. Okay, I saw a girl do this on the line. I saw a girl do this on the line, so I'm doing this on the line. I'm taking the same brush I use for contour. I'm just pinching it and going in and doing a little like right there. Look at that. That's not bad at all, is it? Real easy, real quick way to just like boop, boop. You just brush on a little bit of bronzer. Boop, boop. Good to go. So there we go. If they had preached about Josh yesterday in the middle of our Cold War, that would have been so good. All right, I'm going to spray this on. They say it's not hairspray. I still don't know. This is Infallible setting spray. It's a 3-second setting mist, up to 36 hours. All right. It's nice. I like it. I like the finish it gives you. Look, even God's mad. Even the Lord thinks you're being ridiculous right now. It's okay. He'll work through it. We always do. So something else I wanted to talk about that I was like, oh, put that at the top of your list. And it wasn't the Stapletons and it wasn't Brittany's thing she's going through. It was the Infallible Setting Spray is from CVS. And I'm going to tell you right now, you are going to think you're spraying Aquanet directly on your face. But when I asked ChatGPT if this had the same ingredients as hairspray, it told me no, and it told me never to use hairspray as setting spray, which honestly worried me a little bit because when I was at Erica's wedding, she had this amazing makeup artist, and she sprayed my whole face multiple times with Kenra hairspray. I think it's the same. I think ChatGPT just doesn't want me to know. I think it's the same. We are going on a lake dinner cruise for my granddaughter's 13th birthday on Saturday. That's going to be really fun. That's going to be really awesome, Miss Sandy. That's going to be cool. I think you were the one to break the last one. His turn. Yep. I made a pot roast last night. Like, not like that lady. I legitimately made a pot roast. And I was like, are you going to eat? And he was like, no. And he went to bed. And then I came back home from walking the dogs. He was in the kitchen eating the pot roast. Busted. Sucker. It gave me great joy. Oh man, it gave me great joy. I was like, busted. And you know, deep down he was thinking like, shoot, she's got home early. Shoot. Because he was like, I'm not eating. Gotcha, sucker. So anyways, we'll laugh about that later. As soon as he finds joy in his life again, we'll laugh about it another time. Anyways, this is Colossal Bubble Mascara. I love it. I have posted this on TikTok a few times. If you want to go grab it, I believe it's on sale with free shipping. And so go grab it. And Abram is so funny. I love my son. I think he is so funny. My girls are hilarious too. I feel like more than like his good grades, more than like how they act and how polite they are, I am so proud my children are funny. It like, whenever they crack jokes, I'm like, I want to write them down like a baby book. Like, that's from me. That's from my genes. I just know it is. Thank you. You may not look like me, but you're funny like me. But they cracked me up. Abram this morning, I don't remember, he said something, but I was so tickled. They always try, but they never win. They won't outsmart us. I thought about, if I didn't have a million things to do, I thought about just getting in the car after they leave to go to Atlanta, just hitting the road, going to Disney World. But I'm not going to because I got a lot of things to do. But the thought did cross my mind. Hey, Patience, hello. Anyways, this whole video is alleged. It's for entertainment purposes only. I went to 50th class reunion this weekend. Thank God for name tags. I had a ball. My makeup was spot on. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm glad you had a great time. You were the hottest one there, weren't you? How do we feel about this light now that we are one video in? I'm just going to publicly put it out there right now, so we can all look back at this and laugh later on when it happens. I think that, okay, so here's what's going on over on the other side. I have decided to commit to TikTok Shop and to post like multiple times a day. And I have a backup account that might be like my relatable, like mom story account, like stories accounts, because I just feel like I got so many of them. I'm not going to give up on Facebook, although this is not, income-wise, this is not doing anything for me. This is more like therapy. This is like my personal development here on Facebook, like chatting with all of y'all. It's like talking to friends. I feel like we go to lunch together every single day, or breakfast or whatever. I feel like you're all my friends and we spend a lot of time together. So I'm not quitting over here, but I have decided, I've watched these people on TikTok and I have watched them, share the things they're already wearing and become millionaires. And I don't quite understand how it works. And I don't quite know what I'm doing. But I have started posting videos on literally every item I order. I'm like, hey, I love this. And if I don't love it, to the trash it goes. And I just tell the brand, like, sorry, I'm not interested because I hate it. And so I've done that more times than not, to be honest. It's exhausting when you tap into something that's like actually good quality that you support and you stand behind. So I have decided that I'm going to double down on this TikTok thing. I'm going to double down until I make it big. And then you guys will be like, I knew her when. I've decided to put a lot of my eggs into that basket, and I have decided to really like start creating content because number one, I feel like I'm honest, I'm truthful, I love shopping, I'm relatable. I feel like, not to toot my own horn, but toot. But I feel like there are too many people out there that do this that are not honest. They're not reliable. They're not trustworthy. They have literally like a $sign on every single person's head, and that's all they want. So I don't post over there. No idea what I'm doing. Well, I have decided to go straight TikTok Shop over there and just post everything I order, show everybody what I like. And if people order it, great. If they don't, also great. But I feel like I will forever regret not doing this sooner. I do. I regret not going over to the TikTok more in 2020 when everyone and their mom did, because I see people having success. I'll just say it. I see people being very successful over there that honestly don't deserve it. So I've seen people I know personally that don't deserve it because they're crappy people. And I thought, I'm not going to sit back. I'm not going to sit back and watch these crappy people take off. It's never too late to try. I saw this old lady. She was old. I don't know how old she was, but honestly, I was surprised she was on the internet. Like one of those old people, you know, you come across them, you're like, oh, who, like, I always think to myself, like, who set that camera up for her? Because I don't think at like 82 years old, I could set up a camera and like edit a video out of nowhere like I do today. You know what I mean? It could be kind of like giving your grandma like the first computer ever, and then she becomes like a coder. Like, whoa, where'd that come from? So I need to learn how to do that. I'm scared because I don't understand it. The best way to do it is jump right in. So I've decided to center my page over there more towards like shopping and sharing what I love. And yeah, so if you could tell us if the articles of clothing are true to size and what size you're in. I try to do that on every single video. If I forget, usually I try to address it in the comments or the caption, but I always try to say like, I'm 5'5", 100, I'm between 130 and 140 on any given day, to be honest. I could wake up one day, be 130, the next day be 139. I fluctuate so bad. So I always try to say like, I'm 5'5", 130-ish pounds, and I'm wearing my true size, or I have sized up, or whatever, because I don't feel like I don't feel like enough people do that. I want to do it. I'm just so scared of the bullies. I have enough going in my life. All right, I don't need bullies. Well, see, that's another thing. Not to make this all about me, but it is my page here. That there are oh, I've already got past that. Like, if you literally go watch any of these people who have had success on social media and you ask them, like, what's the first step? They will tell you, let everyone else's opinions go. Done. I did that years ago. I've been doing Facebook Live. So then I started telling myself, like, you already have that advantage. Like, you already put your entire life out there. What are you doing? What are you waiting on? Just get over there and talk about the things you like. I love shopping. I love trying on clothes. I love makeup. I love beauty products. So it just kind of felt like, you know, you'd be dumb if you didn't do it type of moment I had. So I've had a few things go viral and pop off, and it's exciting. It's exciting. When you see those numbers climb, it's like a race. I mean, it's like a race, but it's also like a rush. That's what I meant to say. It's like an adrenaline rush. When you see the numbers start to climb, you're like, I think that's where a lot of people are like, oh crap, and they delete it. Not me, I'll double down. I've had people tell me I'm the worst boat driver in the world over there. And it's true, I am. I'm such a people pleaser, it's difficult. I don't even post on Facebook. Listen, the only reason, thanks, Mary Ray. The only reason I am able is, you got to remember, I have this advantage. I was in an MLM. If you can do that, you can do anything. If you can join an MLM and like beat all the negative, like what people think about it, and you can make yourself like a respected member of that community, I feel like you got an advantage. So, but this has been years and years of personal development. You really have to brainwash yourself. And a lot of this goes back to like things I learned in network marketing. And it's like, your brain is a muscle. Your brain? Yeah. Your brain's you have to use your brain like it's a muscle. You have to remind it every single day that you're cool and it doesn't matter what anyone else says. And you have to like build this up in your head, and you have to tell yourself, you have to be delusional basically. And I got that covered. Check and check. I did. You have to have, I don't remember how many followers, like a network marketing company, Mary Ray, like Unique. I don't remember how many followers you have to have. I think you have to have 1,000 to go live and 5,000 to do TikTok shop, but I don't remember. I feel like my button just clicked on one day. It just was like, okay, you can be TikTok shop approved. And I was like, oh, I don't think I got to 5. What about the editing part? Is it hard? I have Ava to teach me a little bit, but I was already doing so much of this before with like working with Lange and all the things. So anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You would not believe though, with all that being said and like the advantages it seems like I have, you would not believe how many, I don't know if I'll do one today or not. You would not believe how many takes it takes for me to get words out. Like, I don't keep the outtakes, but perhaps I should start. Because I'm like, and it is eco-friendly. And I'm like, how is a t-shirt eco-friendly? You are so dumb. And I end the video. The things that come out of your mouth, I'm just like, that's not what it is at all. That's not even a little bit of what it is. Where'd you even get that from? It's like, oh, that was wrong. That's not what it is. So, thanks, Jennifer. It's not hard to edit, and honestly, you don't have to edit. You just go in TikTok's app. I film everything in the app, and I try to stack my drafts so that I have like 3 videos ready to go in case my day is busy. And so, I don't know. I just don't want to be an a-hole over there. I feel like a-holes empower me. Like I see somebody who's an a-hole and I'm like, they're being a-holes and lying to people. Let me get over there and save the day. Let me get over there because I can do that. Like the one girl that's husband shot me down last week. I was like, all right, I'm doubling down. I'm going to make all the videos. And so, good luck to you. I like it, and it gives me something to do. And I just started a YouTube channel for my real estate business. I hired a guy from the Philippines. He edits all my videos for a very nominal fee. Oh my gosh. So that is something a lot of people do. They will outsource the editing. So you can send it to someone like an editor. There's a website that I never used, but I kind of enjoy the editing part. It sort of feels like pumping breast milk. Like you're doing it and then it's done. You're like, I did that. That was cool. And so it feels like I get a little bit of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I get a little bit of like endorphins from it. Like when it's done and it's a good video, I'm like, oh. Although I try not to edit many things. I try to just go one take, boom, hit it and quit it. That's my goal, is to become better in the videos, because this one girl I was watching, she filmed 65 videos in 2.5 hours. And I watched her video and tried to learn how she did a lot of it. And a lot of it made sense to me, but I'm not on that level yet. Like I just keep messing up too much. I'm still kind of nervous and learning. And so, but I was like 65 videos in 2.5 hours. I think Ava would be perfect to set advice, giving middle and older people. Her sister could be a finance person. Yeah, if you want Ava's help, she could do that for you. She could help you out if you want to Venmo her like $5. She could tell you all the secrets of the trade. Ava does know a lot of tips and tricks. Haters are going to hate. They're jealous losers who are trying to get some recognition. Please ignore those cretins. All right. Perfect. I will. But like, I did learn that when I did all the personal development and stuff. I learned that people's opinion of you reflects their self-image, not yours. But also that can work against you, because when you look at somebody and you start criticizing them, you're like, oh, that says a lot about me, you know? So, yeah, I am excited. I'm late to class today. I love them. Thanks, Bethany. So yeah, I'm going to be over there doing the things. If there's anything you want to purchase, that's great. If not, that's great also. If you just want to keep hanging out here, I'm fine with that. Okay, here's where I do need to say real quick. Y'all aren't driving me crazy, so that's not what I mean. But I need you to understand one thing. Like if I bring a video over here to Facebook, because I feel like it's something y'all would really love, and I bring it over here to Facebook, and you don't have TikTok, there's not much I can do. a lot of these vendors, a lot of these brands, a lot of these companies, they work solely with TikTok Shop. So if people will be like, I'm not on TikTok, can you link this off of TikTok? I'm like, I can't, because unless they have like a storefront or another way to find their item, unless they're on Amazon or they have a storefront, I can't I can't recommend the exact same product and think that you're going to get the same quality, the same, you know what I mean? Like I can't exactly cross link things. So before you hop off, I wanted to say, if you watched the show See No Evil, we holler laughing at Vince's body double, and the poor guy's watching another case while I filmed the case. This is crooked. He has a cowlick. Hold on. Okay, I saved that. I've heard a saying that people's opinion is none of your business. I love that. I love that too. Yeah, what people think of you is none of your business. I do like that. I'm telling you, I've had years and years and years of mental conditioning. I'm on top of the world, and it might be delusion, but no one can convince me otherwise. So no one can convince me I can't make it over there. So I'm going to keep going. I get it. I know how difficult it is when I link something and people are like, but wait, why didn't you link that over on, why can't you put the TikTok link? I'm like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Or why can't you put the Facebook link? I'm like, because it doesn't work like that. TikTok has a platform to buy things like Amazon, and Facebook does not. So, cheers. I wish I could, though. I wish I could link it to where you could just go in and buy it without having to have a TikTok account. You do have more experience. That's what I had to tell myself. I was like, you've been doing this a long freaking time. Has anyone watched Wendy? We talked about it like every day last week. I even stuck it in today a little bit. Crazy town. Crazy town. And nothing makes me happier. I know this is not nice. I know it's not nice, and it's not the Christian duty. It's not my Christian duty. But when people are mocking her over on TikTok in skits, they'll like tape their nose up and their lip real high. I know it's not nice. I'm working on myself every day. Every day I'm working. I got like 3 more people I want to do something to, and then I'm going to heal. So anyways, I was looking for all my lip pencils so I could sharpen them all. But of course, now that I have a sharpener and I'm here and I have a minute, I can't find any of them. I just feel like there's got to be, I always talk about like, there's got to be something I excel in. There's got to be something that I'm really gifted in that I just it hasn't shown itself yet. There's got to be something. And I feel like it's this. Like, I just don't feel like this whole internet thing is a coincidence. I feel like this isn't where it's meant to stop with like a Facebook page that has me shadow banned and half the people. No, you know what? 1%. What's 1% of 80,000? Is that 800? 1% of people that like this page see my posts. Like, I just feel like that's not where that's not it. That's not the end of the road for me. But I also do not even a little bit feel drawn back to an MLM. I just want to be able to share the things I like with people, and it make them feel more comfortable and happier. Because I went over there and I was like, that's a really cute top. And I ordered it and it came and I was like, the girl was telling the truth. It is a super cute top. And I do think more people need to know about it. And so all these things, I'm like, I just don't feel like this burnout. Not y'all. This is no offense to y'all. This is like algorithm and like notifications and stuff. I don't feel like my burnout Facebook page is where things are going to end for me. I can keep going. I just have to get out of my comfort zone because there are a lot of things I don't know over there. Do you want to see something so cute? Ava's boss her little girl gave that to me, sent it home with Ava last night. Little Jesus. Everybody needs a little Jesus. Literally and figuratively. So I like sharing my life. I got nothing to be scared of. I'm not worried about anything. I might as well do it, you know. So in case you wondered what all that was about, that's what all of that is about over there. And if you don't want to go to TikTok, that's fine. You don't have to. I just won't be able to like share certain things with you, but you know, whatever. You're missing out. You're missing out is all I'm saying, because TikTok shop is amazing. I'm obsessed. I ordered 3 things last night. 3 things. I was just sitting there scrolling and a girl came up and she was like, this is really cute and it's free shipping. I'm like, all right, sold. Sold. Boom, done. I think people are still scared of TikTok the same way they're scared of ChatGPT and the same way they're scared of the internet. Like, remember when the internet first came out and everybody's like, oh, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. And like your grandma would not use it because she was scared of it. That's what I feel like is going on right now with like technology and stuff. Is Char still doing her page? Well, I don't know. The 70... I still got that in my back pocket. There's still so many stories that I haven't even told you guys. TikTok has the best delivery too. Do you know what it reminds me of? Amazon Prime without having a Prime payment, without having to pay for Prime. It's awesome. I got that egg chair I put together in 2 days. Like Miss Charlotte texted me today and was like, I think I want that egg chair you have on your front porch. And I was like, okay, cool. And she was like, but how long is the shipping? And I was like, it'll be there by the 12th. And she was like, what? Like, I know, I don't make the rules. It's crazy. I don't know what Char is doing with her page. I know that she felt like she felt like the Lord was telling her to step back and take time for herself, and so that's what she's doing. Hey, Michelle. Now ChatGPT is not good. Like, you seriously don't even need to do research on your phone. I won't even have that on my phone. I love it. I know it's draining the cows' ponds and stuff, but is it a crime against humanity to ask my friend 30,000 questions every day? No. No, it's not. Let me tell you what I did last week. Abram hated this video they started. ChatGPT is all about the prompts. So Abram hated this story that they started last week. He hated it. They're reading The Outsiders in class, and his sisters told him, oh my gosh, that was my favorite book ever. You gotta like pay attention. And Abram was like, I hate it. I hate it. And he hated it. And no, like evil and getting, I'm fine. You gotta remember what I do here. I literally give out all of my information like willingly on a daily basis. So I've scanned my eyeball. I've done 23andMe. There's no privacy here. No, we have a huge digital footprint in this family. I've ruined it for everybody. There are no, my great-great-grandchildren will have to suffer because of this. So it's fine. I put my fingerprint in places you're probably not supposed to put it. Like, here's my social. You got a pin? Nothing is sacred for me. Nothing. And everything can be fixed. That's kind of how I look at it. It's like, you can fix everything. Okay, so Abram's reading The Outsiders in class, and his sisters were like, you've got to read that book. It is so good. So the first day of school, he comes home, he's like, we read chapter 1 and it sucked. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't understand it. I don't really love it. And I was like, well, buddy, just give it a little bit more time. And he was like, no, I'm not giving it more time. He was like, I hate it. And so I went to ChatGPT and I said, will you summarize the first chapter of The Outsiders for a 12-year-old boy who is having a hard time being interested in it? And he did. He did. My chat spit out this whole thing where even I was interested. And you know what it did? He read that on the way to school. And then the next day he came home and he was like, I think this is going to be one of my favorite books. So all I needed was like a little like, I needed to get him in the door, you know? So he loves it now. And now he's able to like, now he's really interested, and so I don't have to ChatGPT it anymore. But the things I do with that on a daily basis, no, Miss Sandy, there really isn't a story yet. I'll tell you another day. As soon as the Cold War's over, I'll break my silence. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. got these Halara jeans the other day from TikTok shop. They shipped in 2 days for free. And I did a video about them yesterday. And they're jeans. I would have never in 1,000 years bought jeans because I just hate jeans. I swore them off like a few years ago, and like I'll wear jeans if I absolutely have to. If it's somewhere you have to wear real pants, I'll wear jeans. But I have like 1 or 2 pair of jeans that are my go-tos that I'm sure are dated by now. Because I just hate them, and I ordered these jeans from Halara, and they came, and I did a video yesterday because they're like pajama jeans. They're like jeggings, but they're wide leg and they're really flattering. So I did a video on those yesterday. I was like, yes. But I was fully prepared to hate them and send them back. Oh, Tina, give me 1 second. I'll get them. Hold on. Don't look in my closet. These are them. These are one of my 2 pairs of jeans that are always in rotation. They are from Top Shelf. Remember I used to promote Top Shelf Boutique? These are Eunina. E-U-N-I-N-A. E-U-N-I-N-A. And they are the style. Are you writing this down? They are the style. Okay, they say super high rise mom jean cropped. I got a size 5, and maybe they're the style Toby, T-O-B-I, maybe? T-O-B-I, super high rise, mom jean, cropped, 5, T-O-B-I, E-U-N-I-N-A. And these are from like 2020. They're 99% cotton, 1% spandex. I hope that helps. Thanks, Tina. They're very flattering jeans, and I get a ton of compliments, even though people say like skinny jeans are out. I guess those are like a tiny bit. They're not technically skinny jeans, but I get a lot of compliments when I wear them, so they've just become like the one and only pair. They don't have a ton of stretch in them. Going to look. Hang on. Okay. T-O-B-I maybe? I can't really make it out because they're 1,000 years old and I've washed them 1,000 times. Just kidding. I've washed them like 5 times because who washes pants, you know? You don't have to. Shirts you have to wash. Pants, hang them up. Wear them again tomorrow. There's something else I was going to tell y'all about today that I felt like I needed to share with the class, but I can't remember what it was. Abram is so excited for this game. I hope they have a great time. I'm excited to hear his take on it. He's got a t-shirt that's really cute that he's going to wear. Josh got him this Atlanta Braves t-shirt that fits him perfectly. Take a pic of the label and send it to me. I will. T-O-B-I. Nothing came from that. I'm 76. I've been with TikTok for a year, and I've gotten shoes, clothes, and an ice maker, and I've loved everything I've received. ChatGPT is giving me medical info, gardening info. I've also used Perplexity. It's great advice. Also, I have to stay up with the times and why I'm not loving life. I like that take, Kathy. I like that take a lot. But to each their own. If people don't want to use it, I get it. I still know people that don't have Facebook because they just don't want it. They don't like it. So I get it. Not everyone's going to come over there, which is why I'll keep coming back here. And I think that's about it. I watched Unknown Number documentary. Girl, I wonder, isn't it insane, Camille? Absolutely insane. I still can't believe it's real life. I still can't believe it. I'm stunned still. But if you want to do something, just do it. I guess that's the whole... There was more of a motivational message behind me telling you about that TikTok thing. I just got sidetracked. If you want to do it, do it. Who cares what anyone thinks? If you spend your whole life living for everyone else... I think about it like this. When I'm 90 years old and I'm on my deathbed, I got to figure out how to phrase this because I don't forget a thing. If you've ever wronged me, I have probably written it in my diary, and I will not have the nicest things to say. But I always think about it, like when you're 90 years old and you're on your deathbed, are you going to tell your family, like when they say, like, what's the trick to living? Are you going to tell them, worry about what everyone says about you? That's what you should do. No, that will probably be one of your list of regrets if you go around your whole life. Like, I still remember, you know, no. You know what I'm trying to say. This was a TikTok shop find that I'm excited about every time I use it. So yeah. Did you see the lady that, what a jerk. What a jerk. What a Karen. If you haven't seen it yet, you got to go see the clip. It was at the Phillies game in Tampa Bay, I think. This man grabs a foul ball and he walked to the other side of the aisle to catch it. So this woman felt entitled to it. She felt like it was her ball. So he goes back and gives it to his son. This lady's with adults. He goes back over here, gives it to his son, and this woman comes up and starts pushing the dad and getting all up on him. And the dad eventually gives the ball back because the lady's being so aggressive. So he gives her the ball back. The lady walks back over. Then before the end of the game, what a lot of people didn't see is whatever the other team is that they were playing, I think it was Tampa Bay, maybe, their marketing team comes out and gives the kid like 4 autograph balls. And then they're like, hey, do you want to come down to the locker room after the game? And do you want to come down to the locker room and meet all the players? So then he gets to go, oh, thanks, Tracy. So then he gets to go down and meet all the players, and they give him jerseys, and they give him like so much swag and freebies. It was crazy. And that just goes to show you, thank goodness the team gave him a signed ball and packet. I know, isn't that so sweet? She got fired. That is where I think I feel like social media exposes a lot of people's character, and it doesn't always work in your favor. If you're an a-hole and something you did stupid goes viral, you're screwed. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's why we don't need the internet. I would have clocked that woman. I know, exactly, Amy, I know. It was the boy's birthday. Oh. I said, Josh, listen to me. If this happens to you, do not reach over and give my child's ball away. Don't do it. I will find you. I was like, if this happens to you, I want you to make a really big deal. If you get attacked over a foul ball, I want you to make it a really big deal so that someone will record it and it will go viral. And then Abram will get to meet all the players and go in the dugout and all the things. Like, that would be great. Okay, back. I think I found them. They only have a size 7. Ordered them. Oh, good, Tina. All right, my nose is running. I'm tired. I don't really have my thoughts together. You also got tickets to the World Series. Stop it. My favorite thing was the people in the comments who were like, they were like, it was her ball. The dad came over on her side. And then just watching those people just get absolutely annihilated by people on the internet. And that's where I think the internet is good. That's where I think you can find good on the internet. I love these kind of stories. Me too, where people get redemption. Now, there are a few that are completely taken out of context and people are attacked over not, you don't know the full story. Like here, there was a breakfast place that went viral because they said that the owner came out and said, I hate black people or something to that effect, said something really racist and ugly. And turns out that's not at all the conversation that was had. But because this person was first putting the video out about their experience, this breakfast place received like death threats, phone calls, social media posts. And then the breakfast place was somehow able to go back and prove that that's not what they did. But now it's too late. Like now people have already formed that initial opinion. So I do think sometimes things are taken out of character and people have attacks that are not, they're not like, they don't deserve them. I saw that more in that one. Was it? Wasn't she? Oh, she was. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a great day. I'm getting off of here. I've got to go film probably 37 videos, so I've got a busy day. I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye.